Not long after takeoff, the Ukraine helicopter arrived in Russia's airspace. In a swift attack, this combat aircraft launched a full strike on the 300 Russian helicopters in the area. Although Ukraine sent only one helicopter, the maneuverability and advanced technology of this aircraft allowed it to avoid attack after attack from the Russian fleet. With cutting-edge technology and highly trained pilots, the Ukraine helicopter evades every incoming shot while launching extremely accurate counterattacks on the enemy. The bravery and clever strategies of Ukraine have made them a force against this threat. They are not only coming with air power, but also with support from ground troops and the Navy waiting at strategic ports. This is an aerial battle that will become a turning point in this conflict. One by one, Russian helicopters are destroyed in an instant, although there is only one Ukrainian helicopter in the air. The sophistication of its technology and the skill of its pilots make it nearly undetectable and unstoppable. The maneuvers performed by the Ukraine aircraft are truly remarkable. Zigzagging through the air, avoiding gunfire and destroying the enemy at close range. Right now, the Ukraine helicopter is moving fast, almost dancing through the air. Russian pilots try to fight back with continuous gunfire, but the Ukraine aircraft quickly evades and even launches several missiles that destroy their fleet in an instant. Explosion after explosion shakes the Russian sky. In a short time, more than 100 Russian helicopters have been completely destroyed, yet they still resist with incredible strength. Not giving up easily, Russia launches a counterattack, deploying an air defense net and sending in more forces to eliminate Ukraine's lone helicopter.
Target neutralized. Gunship, 700 meters, northwest.
In the midst of this chaos, the Ukraine helicopter continues to showcase its superiority. With advanced sensor systems, it detects enemy movements long before Russia can launch their attacks. Even when a Russian helicopter attempts to chase from behind, Ukraine quickly doubles its speed, leaving the Russian aircraft to watch in desperation. bravery of the Ukrainian pilots is truly remarkable. They are not only focused on destroying the enemy, but also ensuring that their attacks are made with pinpoint accuracy. Every missile launch seems designed to take out Russia's command centers at the port, and with this tactic, they begin to dismantle Russia's main military power. The Ukraine helicopter doesn't just rely on air attacks. They also employ impressive survival strategies. One key strategy is the ability to quickly change positions, confusing the enemy who cannot keep up with their rapid movements. Russia, despite having far more forces, struggles to combat the agility and sophistication of this aircraft. As the battle continues, the attacks grow more intense. Russia is now attempting to deploy their advanced fighter jets, hoping to stop the Ukraine helicopter with direct aerial strikes. But Ukraine continues to launch unexpected counterattacks, destroying the fighter jets with missiles and laser technology.
Gunship, 1.5 clicks, northwest. Gunship, 800 meters, southwest. What? What happened? Gunship, west.
After several hours of fighting, Russia's air power is weakening. Out of 300 helicopters, only a small fraction remain. While the Ukraine aircraft continues to perform evasive maneuvers, Ukraine's strikes, organized and precise, have successfully destroyed almost the entire Russian fleet with unmatched technology.
Trying to neutralize. I got it. Gunship, 700 meters, north.
The battle in the air is reaching its peak. One by one, Russian helicopters fall from the sky, unable to avoid the precise attacks launched by the Ukrainian helicopter. A massive explosion erupts in the sky, with several Russian helicopters that failed to evade crashing into towering skyscrapers in the city center, leaving thick smoke rising high into the air. Down below, the city that was once calm is now surrounded by destruction. The shattered Russian helicopters are plummeting quickly through the sky, slamming into the skyscrapers that symbolize Russia's progress. A massive explosion follows, tearing apart the buildings and spreading fire everywhere. Black smoke and flames soar high, serving as silent witnesses to the ongoing devastation. However, the destruction doesn't stop there. A Russian helicopter attempting to launch a counterattack is suddenly struck by gunfire from the Ukrainian helicopter, falling at high speed and crashing into a large warship docked at the port. A deafening explosion destroys the ship, shaking the port and triggering an unavoidable, massive fire. Flames rage, devastating Russia's vital facilities there. Meanwhile, near the port, more Russian helicopters are falling into the sea, engulfed in blazing fire. Explosion after explosion shakes the waters, adding to the despair of Russia's forces, who are now losing control over the area. The fall of these helicopters, once filled with hope to destroy Ukraine, has now turned into an extraordinary catastrophe for them.
Dial down!
Baron, bombs in two, bombs in two.
Striker 1. Soldier, 800 meters, west! I've got him! Man, 300 meters, west!
35 about 37 in formation, 2 ships. Instantaneous, 5 request floodwatch.
Slowly but surely, Russia's once formidable air power is collapsing. With incredible precision, the Ukrainian helicopter is taking down the remaining fleet one by one. Each missile launch brings even greater destruction, demolishing facilities, military bases, and even the ships that Russia had left stranded in the port.
Scratch 1!
The main port, the heart of Russia's military power, is now in chaos. Fire has consumed almost the entire area, with ships burning and nothing left but ruins. In less than a few hours, Ukraine has successfully brought down Russia's crucial stronghold and shattered it. What once seemed like an impossible mission has now been a tremendous success. With their mission nearly complete, the Ukrainian helicopters slowly turn back toward their base. Meanwhile, the port, once a key strategic point for Russia, now only remains in a state of destruction that cannot be repaired. The ongoing explosions are silent witnesses to the bravery and extraordinary tactics that Ukraine has employed. This is an incredible victory for Ukraine, which managed to defeat a much larger enemy, relying on their technological strength and tactical brilliance. Their decision to launch this attack has not only changed the course of the war, but also proved that courage and innovation can overcome any obstacle. Ukraine has sent a clear message to the world. They are a force to be reckoned with. From the battlefield, filled with fire and destruction, we bring you live coverage that Ukraine has succeeded in their mission. The world will be watching to see what happens next, but for now, this victory belongs to Ukraine. Back to you. And the destruction continues, ladies and gentlemen. After successfully annihilating 300 Russian helicopters, Ukraine has taken its next decisive step. The stakes are higher than ever. Ukraine has now deployed 3 jet aircraft, each carrying nuclear bombs, ready to deal the final blow. These aircraft cut through the skies like streaks of light, their missions clear and deadly. The 3 planes target specific locations across Russia, each one holding the power to change the course of this conflict in a matter of seconds. The first jet releases its deadly payload. A moment of silence. Then, a colossal explosion erupts in the distance. The shockwave shakes the earth itself, a fireball rising into the sky, leaving nothing in its wake but devastation. But Ukraine's mission is far from over. The second jet releases its bomb. The ground trembles beneath us as a second, even more terrifying explosion rocks the landscape. The sheer power of the blast is beyond comprehension. The very air around it seems to ignite. Now, the final strike. The third jet carries the largest bomb, a weapon of unimaginable power. It drops, and in the blink of an eye, the sky is set ablaze. The explosion is so massive, it appears as if the entire world has been engulfed by fire. The shockwave shatters everything in its path, and the earth itself trembles in fear of its fury. And with that, Ukraine has achieved the impossible. The mission is complete. Russia's resistance has been crushed under the weight of Ukraine's technological might. Now, the skies are silent, the dust settles, and Ukraine returns home victorious. Good afternoon, viewers. Today, the world is witnessing an extraordinary event. Ukraine, a nation known for its technological advancements and military strength, has finally taken decisive action after years of facing threats from Russia. The relentless attacks by Russia on Ukraine have reached their peak, and today, Ukraine has decided to take action. We are at a Ukrainian air base, where an advanced helicopter, recently borrowed from the United States, is preparing to fly toward the skies of Russia. The Ukrainian government, fed up with these continuous attacks, finally requested assistance from the United States to acquire this advanced combat aircraft. The United States happily granted this request, and now the helicopter is ready to carry out a highly dangerous mission. Not long after takeoff, the Ukraine helicopter arrived in Russia's airspace. In a swift attack, this combat aircraft launched a full strike on the 300 Russian helicopters in the area. Although Ukraine sent only one helicopter, the maneuverability and advanced technology of this aircraft allowed it to avoid attack after attack from the Russian fleet. With cutting-edge technology and highly trained pilots, the Ukraine helicopter evades every incoming shot while launching extremely accurate counterattacks on the enemy. The bravery and clever strategies of Ukraine have made them a force that is difficult to defeat, even in such a high-pressure situation. Russia is now in a difficult position, as their helicopters are being destroyed one by one. This mission clearly shows that Ukraine is not a force to be taken lightly, and the world will be watching closely to see what happens next. The situation is escalating. 300 Russian helicopters are now ready to face this threat. They are not only coming with air power, but also with support from ground troops and the Navy waiting at strategic ports. This is an aerial battle that will become a turning point in this conflict,